Wo Loo Baate.
Hello and welcome again to Wo Loo Baate podcast. Hope all of you beautiful women are having a beautiful day. As you know, 8th March is Women's Day and we at Woloo are celebrating this entire month, felicitating amazing women from different walks of life. Our guest today is Dr. Pouru Dhabhar, an oncologist, therapist, who's also running a chemotherapy center, and she's constantly counseling and helping cancer patients in dealing with their struggle to recovery. Hi doctor, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thanks for coming over here. It's a pleasure.
My pleasure.
It's our pleasure also to have you on our podcast.
Thank you.
I just want to start with a question. Help us understand the work you do and what really motivates you day after day.
See, I'll take you back to almost 20 years back.
Okay.
We lost a very dear and close family member to cancer. But one thing, he was uncomfortable only for the last 7 days of his life. Okay. Miraculously, God willing, I think miraculously, he led a very good quality of life. Only 7 days he was uncomfortable. So then we thought, my husband and me, that why not share this experience with other cancer patients? And we started a chemotherapy daycare center.
Okay.
But I had decided personally that this daycare center should be full of light, full of fun, not a very audacious center, not a very sad, morose center. Means not a typical corporate daycare center like a house in hospitals, white ceilings, white walls, but a happy center. Luckily, I got a good team of people working for me, nice, slightly young girls, fun-loving, and we made a good team and we started this daycare. In fact, I'll tell you one incident that when one lady is there, I asked her, "Pai, tu kashi hai?" She said, "Iti ye main tumhare dakhwate mi kashi hai." And then she told me around, she'll make me dance. Well, I become giddy, but she'll be absolutely okay. That's the way they take chemotherapy at our center.
Wow.
But that's what we wanted. But of course, there are sad and bad days also. It's not always so rosy. But still, I think 70% of the time, 60% of the time, our goal to have a happy center, happy chemotherapy center, cancer center is achieved. So many people keep on telling us that, in fact, Gopal also asked me to vacation to nahi jate, kabhi lete. But I think my work is vacation. I enjoy over there.
Wow.
And there are burnouts also. Even my girls also get burnt out. They also sometimes get depressed and all. But we have a lot of projects, we have a lot of events going on. We take them out for movies, we go for picnics. Of course, movies and all have stopped in pandemic. But we used to go out. We go for 2-3 days long trip also. Now when close the center, have fun.
Wow.
But that's the way it is. So as this is the main motivation for us. We keep on going, we enjoy ourselves.
That's amazing.
So work is enjoyable for us.
Yeah, that's so amazing. And I'm just first time I'm hearing something like that. I can imagine how vibrant and lively that environment would be.
You have to see it to believe it.
Really.
And I'm very attached to that center. So
Yeah. By the way you're talking, I can just feel the passion, that is there. But we're so grateful that you're doing, and all the patients will be really happy.
yes,
They are. It's such a noble.
sometimes we start singing in between while giving chemotherapy. My girls start talking, crack jokes and all that stuff. So it goes on.
Right. That's what they say. The healing is in the mind,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely. It starts from here.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then the chemotherapy medicine takes over.
When the medicine will, That's so nice. Also, let us know what are the commonly occurring cancers in women, especially.
Yeah, I'll tell you, according to the Indian Globocon data, the 3 major cancers in women right now are: first is breast, second is cervix, and third is ovary. So almost 10 years back, cervix was leading actually. But now, because of the urbanization and lifestyle, breast is number one. Yeah, unfortunately, breast is number one.
But is there any particular reason for that?
See, I'll tell you something. It's overweight, lack of exercise, lot of stress, and I don't know. I attribute a lot of, especially breast cancer in women, to stress. Some oncologists may not agree with me, but stress is a factor. in breast cancer. But then now there are a lot of ways to come out of it also.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, for example, if you go for screening and catching it young, then the moment you catch a cancer young, the treatment is very good. You can easily treat it, and after the survival is also very good.
Okay. What are the signs, that or symptoms that we can notice?
Yeah, I will tell you something. The signs what a doctor can see or something about a patient presents to doctors. I'm a non-medical PhD, so I can just tell you what the experience what I've seen in women. That one is of course a lump which grows at a very fast rate
For breast cancer.
breast cancer. Or any lump, even colon also, if there's a lump in the stomach, it grows at a very fast rate. It can be cancerous. Then there is a wound which does not heal.
Oh, that's a sign.
Yeah. Then abnormal bleeding. Any wound which does not heal. Not for a long time. Suppose if you treat it, for 10-15 days you treat it, you do antibiotics, you dress it and all, but still it's not healing.
Okay.
Means alarming. And so you really think of something.
Right, yeah.
Then abnormal bleeding. Bleeding from the vagina or something like that. Then bleeding in the sputum is also a sign.
Right.
Then loss of weight, of course. Loss of appetite. Loss of unintentional weight. Now, when women go for exercise and try to lose weight very fast, that's not alarming.
Okay.
But as loss of unintentional weight, then loss of appetite, hoarseness of voice. All these are signs of. But one thing I should tell you over here: don't panic. Not necessarily all these symptoms are cancerous.
Okay.
Meet a proper doctor, meet an oncologist, or meet an MD physician or somebody, a family physician. Don't try to go to any books person or something like that, and get it checked.
Right.
But get it checked.
Okay.
But not to panic. Because all these symptoms cannot be cancerous.
Right.
It's just something else also.
to check what is not working in your body.
Absolutely.
That's very and screening, is very important.
Screening is very important. Yes,
Prevent cancer. So, how often should we do it, or when should we actually?
See, there are a lot of good screening methods for breast cancer, especially.
Okay.
If you catch something, चने का दाल जितना भी छोटा, if you catch a breast lump, इतना छोटा चने का दाल जैसा, and you remove and you are absolutely treated, you're almost cancer free.
It's like that small is detected, like
Yes.
you are able to feel it.
Yes, there are a lot of things like we've got eye breast scan machines. We do a lot of screening camps. My girls go over there as volunteers with all parts of India, all remote parts also. And we take eye breast scan machines and we do a lot of screening of the breast. And that we can catch small lumps or even large lumps also. Then those people are told to go for mammogram or sonography of the breast.
Okay.
So then this is the way we start the screening, especially for breast cancer. And breast cancer is such a thing that screening is available. Good screening equipment is available for breast cancer.
Okay. So is it painful? Because mammogram
It's
is
not
painful.
painful. It's not painful.
Not painful.
Especially those breast scan machines are not painful. Mammogram can be little bit slightly painful, but I don't think so. I myself go for mammogram at least once in 2 years. And if you've got a high risk, then it's better to go for once in a year if you are above 45. Or high risk means if you've got some kind of a family relative, close relative who's got breast cancer.
Then you should regularly do it.
Then there is genetic screening also. Nowadays there is genetic screening. So that is
That's
also
once in a lifetime you can do it, like you have to do it regularly.
No, once in a lifetime you can do
You can
genetic
do it
screening.
and know your
Yes, you
history.
can. Colon, we've got a lot of screening methods, colonoscopy and all that stuff.
Okay.
For cervix, we've got pap smear. Till a certain age only you can do pap smear. After that, it's not required.
Like what age?
Till at least the age of say 55, 60, you can do pap smear.
And then you don't need
Then
to do
after
it?
that, there is no need for pap smear.
Okay, then how do you detect in case?
Now then you have to see the symptoms only. But cervix normally
What symptoms do you know?
mostly bleeding.
But then after menopause,
Yes,
there's
that is the abnormal bleeding. Menopause till
then
periods, menopause after that's abnormal bleeding. That's
Ah.
abnormal.
then you have to go for your test. Otherwise, then pap smear is not required.
Not really required. But of course, your gynec can always guide you, advise you better.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. And what about those myths around cancer? Like cancer is dangerous and then death is the eventual thing.
Not necessary.
Something like that.
Not necessary. I've got patients surviving for years and years. I can just think of one young boy who came when he was around 7-8 years old, and he had CML, and now he's a father of a child. settled out of India, and he's a CA. So like that I can think of a lot of cases where there is a good survival rate, and cancer is a very evolving field. There are so many new things coming out.
Now it's very advanced.
Yeah, very advanced, not only for treatment, but even the supportive care. For example, people get scared of chemotherapy because of vomiting, nausea. So it's not necessary that every cancer leads to death. Not necessarily cancer means cancel. I can think of so many cases where people have survived not only for months, years, but not many years. I can think of one young boy, he is a CML patient, and he came to us as a child, but now he's a father of a child. He's a CA settled outside Bombay, outside India. But like that, there are so many cases where people have survived and with good quality of life.
That's good, so good to know. What about stress, hair dye, these all cause cancer?
Actually, nothing really has been, okay, this leads to proven that this leads to cancer.
Okay.
Not only in India, but all over the world, nothing is really proven that, okay, this will lead to cancer. There are certain things like tobacco and all can be a major cause, and that is proved that tobacco is a cause of cancer, like breast lung, that is proved. Even asbestos is also one cause of cancer.
And some dissolved formaldehyde on, hairspray.
Yeah, that is bad actually. Even ammonia is bad on your hair and scalp.
Oh, okay.
But then it's bad for a lot of things besides cancer also.
Okay.
Even for the skin, it's not good.
It's not good. Yeah.
Even for the eyesight, it's not good. So it's not exactly okay. This is something bad for cancer. This is something which will lead to cancer 100%. Okay. It's not that, except for certain things like tobacco and all that. Use of tobacco.
You actually
use of alcohol, use of tobacco. It's really proven that it leads to cancer, but not other things.
What about cancer? Is it hereditary?
Cancer can be hereditary in certain cases.
Some cancer can.
That's why genetic counseling, genetic screening comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not a myth.
No, it's not a myth.
Oh,
but one thing is that cancer is not contagious. I have a lot of unfortunately mother-in-law coming to me and asking कि मेरी बहू को कैंसर है तो मेरा छोटा जो ग्रैंडचाइल्ड है पोता उसके साथ सोता है तो उसको भी होएगा क्या? No, not absolutely not possible. I can do it in writing. It's not possible.
Okay.
Yeah. ऐसा नहीं
Think of any myths, I mean.
Yeah. It's see, the person who is taking chemotherapy, her immunity is down. So she can get fever, cold and cough, and the other person who is
Can get
staying with her.
infected, yeah.
Yeah, she can get infected. But people around her are not going to get her disease or her cancer.
Oh,
definitely not.
That's not contagious.
That is not contagious.
Wow, that's a great. What about this palliative care? You hear about it a lot.
Palliative care actually is now coming up. It's something very useful, which should have been looked after a long time back. Palliative care is effective in any life-altering disease.
Okay.
Not only in not only in cancer, but even stroke patients, means neurological patients. All those patients, palliative plays a very big role.
So what exactly?
I'll tell you, palliative actually should not be started only at the end of the journey of the disease, but it should start at the time of diagnosis. Palliative means what? It's a complete care, it's like a veil around you. The palliative care is a veil around you, which looks after you in all modalities, in the sense that it composes of a doctor, a nurse, a psychotherapist, the genetic counselor, then a person who looks after the financial needs of the patient. So it's a complete bundle.
And who is it for? Who is it for?
It is for mostly cancer patients, the people who have got stroke, neurological disorders, people who really require care, because the life is altered. See, certain disease can alter your life, not only the patient's life, but for the caretaker also, for the full family.
Okay.
The disease is such that it's not just okay, you got a disease over here, you got something over here, that's it. But the whole family is connected to it.
So this is basically for people who have medical conditions, not
medical conditions. But
not non-medical conditions.
Not non-medical conditions, but medical conditions which are life-altering.
Yes.
These are life-altering because these are altered life. For example, a cancer patient goes for chemotherapy every 15 days, once a week. So life is altered.
Correct.
Her routine is disturbed.
Right.
She has to leave the work for some time, go for therapies. The family is involved. So all these things play a role. Family is involved in the treatment. Then finance, of course, in India, finance is very important.
So you are offering that at your centers?
In the sense that we of course do chemotherapy at a very subsidized rate, but palliative, yes. And in the sense that we look after pain management, then we look after emotional support.
Right.
Then we have got a center where the patients, if they're taking chemotherapy and on the off days when they don't take the therapy, they come and do yoga. We've got a yoga teacher coming in. Then we've got a dance therapy, music therapy. So people come as volunteers, help us out, help the patients.
Okay.
So on those off days of chemotherapy, they enjoy doing all this.
Right. So they visit like, or they come and stay?
They visit. In our center, they visit.
Oh.
We don't have staying facilities.
So if anybody needs to know about it, they need to contact you?
Yeah, they can contact us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. We will definitely put the down there.
We'll give you all
contact details. Yeah. And it was such a pleasure talking to you, and go on talking.
Yeah, we can go on.
But I'm sure this crisp information is good enough, and it's a pleasure having you over.
Thank you very much. Same here. But
Before I from a busy schedule.
I will do everything for this people who Rupali and Manish Kilshikar.
Yeah.
But I want to end with one note. One thing is that it's out of oncology. It's not oncology only.
Sure.
But I used to always tell my husband that जैसे शाहजहां ने मुमताज के लिए बनाया द ताजमहल, make a toilet for me.
You said that.
No, because it's really required. Really required. Before the women, they know where to go.
Yeah,
And it's very easy.
I agree.
And it's very easy, but
I agree.
For women, it's very difficult.
Right.
I think everybody goes through a hard time. If you travel for far off places and all, and in between it's very difficult sometimes.
Correct. Yeah.
And that leads to a lot of health problems again.
Definitely, very true. Yeah. Even that is why we have actually started this podcast, to educate people, to understand the grave, repercussions to that.
It leads to a lot of things.
Have you downloaded the Woloo app?
No, that only I was asking if I want to do it, and I'll do it definitely.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Definitely, I'll do it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amita. Thanks to you also. Thank you.
Leading an active life combined with healthy food minus processed food is essential to good health. Hope this was helpful, and if you want to know more or have any questions, do comment down or DM us. We will respond to you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Stay connected.
Don't forget to download the Woloo app, a Loo locator and more. And check out the Woloo powder room at Ghatkopar Metro Station. Please follow us on Instagram. The handle is right in front of you. Like, share and subscribe for a weekly content. And let us know what more do you expect from our podcast. Thanks for watching.
Wo Loo Baate.